Hello, good afternoon. I hope that you are all well. And it's kind of raining a lot in Johannesburg, South Africa. My name is Inês Cerqueira and I am the Managing Director of the House of Portugal. Welcome to all of you that are new here. I hope that you find these sessions exciting. We always meet up here at the same time at 4:30 in the afternoon, Southern African time, and we discuss some fun facts about the Portuguese language, the Portuguese culture, but we also learn some we put hands-on work into studying this amazing language. So as I always say, we just need to understand what is your motivation to come and learn the language. Is it because you want to move to Portugal? Is it because of work? You found a job in that deals with the market in one of the Portuguese spoken countries, in Africa, Brazil, maybe even in Macau. So let us know. But whatever your motivation is, please let us know that we can assist, and how can we assist, and how can we team up and start building this community. So you should maybe think about what is this theme for today. It's so curious. I mean, what does Inês mean with the 12 months of the year using only Portuguese sayings? Yes, because being Portuguese, we always have a say for anything. We use proverbs from the minute that we wake up until we go to bed. And it's quite fun, and we just do it so automatically that most of the times we're not even realizing what we are doing. So let us see if you have some questions here. Let me just adjust this camera. Doesn't look like it's absolutely it's better. Some comments. Who is here? Please let us know if where you come from, at least your city or your name, if you would like. And don't forget, if you are running or rushing today, that you can always come and rewatch in our YouTube channel or Facebook page these videos, and you can also meet us tomorrow at the same time. 4:30 in the afternoon, Southern African time. And also, if not much to ask, if you really find value in these sessions, please go and subscribe, put that like in your comment, share to those that you think that might benefit from this, but also leave us your recommendations. What would you really like us to talk about? Is it about the days of the week, like tomorrow, it's going to be our session tomorrow, or numbers, or introductions, hotels, directions? It's more on the culture, it's more on the language itself. And if you ever had any approach to the language, at which level are you? Okay, so let us talk about these proverbs. And I don't know them all by heart regarding the months, so I'm just going to go here to a help out. And just to let you know that when I was preparing this session for today, it just led me thinking of sayings, and in fact we use so many. There are literally thousands of these expressions recurrently in an automated way, in such a way that many of us not even know the true meaning or origin, although we use it without blinking every day. So these proverbs, they reflect popular knowledge and refer to an agricultural Portugal usually, because up to 1975, when we were under the dictatorship of Salazar for 41 years, Portugal and Portuguese people were left quite ignorant, and not many people had access to education. So good sense was something, and the common sense was another thing. So the proverbs were a way of people passing teachings in the rural areas. So as farmers or cattle we do a lot of pig farming and chicken farming and land, so more substantiency farming, and some of those things have not changed. The thing is that we perhaps learn it from our grandparents or our parents, and we carry on using it. And curious enough, our children and our grandchildren start using them as well. So I don't think that this trend is going to stop, although we are no longer an agricultural um, country. So so as I say, many of these expressions continue to be part of the Portuguese vocabulary, and so that we can speak of these 12 months of the year only using Portuguese saying. So let's start with January, a whole hour, and it took me like a good hour and a half to find this one. And it usually it's actually say that em janeiro uma hora por inteiro e quem bem olhar hora e meia a deixar. He says that it is such a long month. Wow, because people just spend their savings for Christmas and for nativity, and then they just go the January, right? It's like the January month never comes to an end. It never comes to month end, to payday. So actually, em janeiro uma hora por inteiro e quem bem olhar hora e meia a deixar. This meaning that the days begin to grow after the winter solstice, and little by little in January we already have 1.5 more daytime than in December. So for the Portuguese who love the sun and get depressed during the winter, this means it's good news. So you can just imagine me in the Southern Africa summertime with dark and rainy outside. Not the most joyous. So now let us on to the month of February, and just quickly see who might be here with us. Um, if we have any comments coming in. Okay, no, we don't have. So let us jump on into the month of February. All right. So it is said that when it does not rain in February, neither meadows nor rye. Which means that, okay, so in Portuguese we say it like this: quando não chove em fevereiro, nem prados, nem centeio. It refers to the productive cycles in agriculture. Again, the lack of rain during the month of February makes it impossible to have an abundant production of rye, which is tremendously important in our gastronomy, in our cuisine, if you wanted to say like that. Does this mean? Have you heard something like this close to you where you live? In South Africa, I'm not aware of anything like this. And now let us jump into the month of March. March, where the spring starts to give the first glimpse. So it says that março, marçagão, manhãs de inverno e tardes de verão, meaning that an unbridled March, winter mornings and summer afternoons, refers to the usual weather characteristics in late winter and early spring, very chilly mornings and then sunny afternoons. So meaning that in Portugal during March, you always make sure that you come out of the house in the morning dressing a nice coat, nice jacket, and then by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you already better be on your t-shirt because the sun is shining and it's so warm and nice outside. And then in April, it's so easy said. We say that em abril, águas mil, meaning that in April, 1,000 waters. Also in this case, refers to the fact that often in April is a month when it really rains a lot. And now we're coming to the month of May. And Maio coveiro não é vinheteiro, meaning that May is a month for cabbage, not for wine. So cabbage May is not a vineyard May. A month of May favorable to the cultivation of cabbage because it's more humid is not good for the vineyards and will harm the production of the wine in case it rains in May. So this is really serious because we are traditionally wine producers. Okay, now we're going to pop onto the month of June. June, it's when we start welcoming promenade at the beach and nice walks at the beach. And it says that Sol de Junho madruga muito, meaning June's sun early wakes up. In this case, around the summer solstice, the days reach their longest duration. So it is said that the day wakes up very early. And then we jump immediately to the July, which is already summer season. And it says, água de julho no rio não faz barulho. Meaning that in July, the waters in the river does not make a sound. They're like calm. So prune on the fact that July is usually a very dry month with very little rain. The river streams are really quiet and really calm and they start to be actually shallow. And we go to the peak of summer, the month of August. 1º de agosto, 1º de inverno, meaning that the first day of the summer month, which is August, always feels like a winter day. Why? Because it's very common. It's a very common expression. 1st of August, 1st of winter. Very common expression that although I don't quite know its origin, it is often accurate and refers to raining or being cold on the 1st of August, spoiling the plans of many Portuguese that elect these dates begin their summer holidays. And I know this because I used to spend my summer holidays in Povo de Varzim, and it was just horrible. And I actually still feel that smell of the wet sand. All we want is just like arriving to the summer apartment, and then we just want to go to the beach and like wet towels and wet pillows and like really not nice. And here we are after the month of September. It says that setembro ou seca as fontes ou leva as pontes, meaning that it's either this month it's always extreme. You never know which side is going to take, but it will determine the rest of the year. So September dries the fountains or takes the bridges. So reflects the idea that this month usually have extreme conditions, either very hot and dry or heavy rains, even leading to floods. And it's also when children start preparing to school. And in October, we say, em outubro, ser prudente, guarda pão e semente. And you're also going to notice that it rhymes, right? Em outubro, ser prudente, guarda pão e semente. Meaning that in October, one should be cautious, should save bread and seed. Work in October was essential to gather and store provisions for the following cold and less productive months. And in November, we say that Novembro à porta, geada na horta. Meaning that when November starts, there is that icy cold morning mist. And usually it really becomes ice and it can burn the crops. So much attention. November at the door, frost in the garden. November is an important month to sow the crops for spring. knowing the beginning of the cold weather season was of the utmost importance for agricultural practices. And here we arrive quickly to December. And dezembro frio, calor no estio. December will determine the summer of the following year. And he says that cold December, hot summer. Means that if December is cold, the summer will be hot, as expected. Changes to the pattern of the four differentiated seasons, because constraints are agriculture practice, so people have always been used to monitoring them. In Portugal, they are still very marked for very clear four seasons. Well, thank God, at least we have been spared a bit from climate change. Oh well, so by now you are perhaps thinking, Portuguese are crazy. Oh well, not a problem. Let us be your kind of crazy. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this curious fact today, and I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow at the same time, 4:30 Southern African time. And tomorrow we're gonna talk about either weekdays or about a fun fact in Portuguese construction and houses and buildings, and which names we give to all of this and its origins. So I hope that you had a good time. I truly enjoyed being with you again. Let us see each other tomorrow, 4:30 in South African time, and let us know via message or even with a comment if there is any question that you would like to put before us, and if you are finding these gatherings, these afternoon sessions interesting. So take care, and I wish you a very good afternoon. Bye-bye.